Welcome, 8th graders. I am absolutely thrilled to jump into today's lesson with you. Today, we're figuring out how to take our writing from, well, confusing, messy drafts and transform them into clear, powerful, and honest masterpieces. Think of today's lesson as unlocking the secret code to making your words truly matter.
So tell me if this sounds familiar. Have you ever hit submit on an assignment or handed a paper to your teacher and your stomach's just instantly dropped? You suddenly realize that what made perfect sense in your head looks completely confusing on the page. Trust me, we have all been there. But here's the great news. You never have to settle for that sinking feeling again. Revising isn't a punishment, it's actually your secret weapon to fix it.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover the power of revising, honoring God with our words, 4 steps for revision, look at some real-world examples, and wrap up with the godly learner. We're combining the mechanics of good writing with the deep spiritual importance behind it.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the power of revising.
A lot of times, we think revising is just, fixing a stray comma or a misspelled word. But it's actually a major mindset shift. Revising means making big picture changes to improve your organization, logic, and flow. Think of revising like zooming all the way out. Editing is zooming in to fix grammar, sure, but revising? That's looking at the entire blueprint of your paper. Does the argument actually make sense? Does paragraph A logically flow right into paragraph B? When you master this big picture view, you literally turn a decent paper into a strongly convincing, unstoppable piece of writing.
Now, right alongside clarity is this incredibly important concept, academic integrity. What does that mean? Well, it means being completely truthful in your writing, citing your sources, and intentionally avoiding plagiarism. The crucial point here is that while clear writing ensures your ideas are understood, academic integrity is the shield that protects your reputation. It shows a profound respect for other people's hard work, and it proves that you are a scholar who can be trusted. Moving on to Section 2, honoring God with words.
So, you might be wondering, why does all this academic stuff even matter? Well, it fundamentally comes down to character. Take Colossians 3:23, for example. It tells us, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord." 8th graders, listen, when you're sitting at your desk, you're tired, and you just want to turn in that messy first draft, pushing through the revision process is actually an act of working for the Lord. Giving your absolute best effort to communicate clearly is a direct way to honor God with the talents He gave you.
Let's also look at Proverbs 12:22 together. It says, "The Lord detests lying lips, but He delights in people who are trustworthy." Guys, this is huge. Skipping citations or committing plagiarism isn't just a minor oopsie on an assignment. It's dishonesty. It's lying. Our ultimate goal isn't just to be smart, right? It's to be trustworthy people whom God delights in. Your writing should always reflect honesty and a really deep respect for the truth.
All right, Section 3, 4 steps for revision. How do we actually put this into practice? Here is a super handy step-by-step framework you can use every single time you polish your writing. Step 1, read it aloud. I know, feels a little silly, but reading your paper out loud is literally the fastest way to catch awkward phrases and clunky logic. Your ears will catch what your eyes gloss over. Step 2, check your evidence. Is it actually accurate? Did you cite it properly? Step 3, confirm tone. Academic writing needs a formal tone. That means we drop the text speak, emojis, and slang. And step 4, ensure balance. Represent your sources fairly. Even if you completely disagree with an author, you have to explain their viewpoint accurately and fairly before you counter it. Let's see this in Section 4, Revision Examples in Action. Let's look at a before and after makeover for clarity. The original draft says, "Pollution is bad and it hurts stuff." I mean, sure, that's technically true, but it's incredibly vague, right? What exactly is stuff? Now look at the revised version. Air pollution harms human health, damages crops, and contributes to climate change. Do you see the stark difference there? By replacing those vague, simple words with specific, concrete examples, the whole sentence is completely upgraded.
Next up, academic integrity in action. Imagine the original action is copying a paragraph from an article without giving any credit. Let's be real, that's just stealing someone else's intellectual property. The revised, honest approach is paraphrasing the idea, which means putting it entirely into your own unique words and including a proper citation in MLA format. This honest method borrows the idea while giving the original creator the credit they rightfully deserve.
Finally, let's look at tone. The original sentence says, "This author is totally wrong." It sounds, well, kind of immature and dismissive, doesn't it? Now read the revised version. This author's perspective differs from the majority of scientific research, which shows, do you hear the shift? The revised sentence remains academic, formal, and respectful, while still making your argument perfectly clear. It shows you're thinking deeply and engaging with the material, not just reacting emotionally.
And that brings us to Section 5, the Godly Learner.
All right, let's talk about your tasks for this week. First, you're going to choose one paragraph from a past assignment and revise it. I want you to meticulously apply the clarity checks. Find any unclear statements and replace them with specific examples. Next, apply the integrity check by identifying a place where you need a citation and add it. Then, do a tone check by rewording an opinion to make it respectful and academic. And finally, I want you to write a short, thoughtful statement about why academic integrity matters to you personally.
All of this hard work ties directly back to our core mission. At HeroesMart Academy, we purposely intertwine biblical morality with education. Why? Because education without morality can actually hurt people. Intelligence isn't just about being highly capable or getting top scores on a test. True intelligence and knowledge should equip you to make wise, God-honoring choices in absolutely everything you do. And yes, that includes how you write, research, and communicate.
Romans 8:6-7 teaches us that the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. I want to highly encourage each and every one of you to aggressively pursue academic excellence, but to always keep your mind firmly centered on God, truth, and wisdom. When you align your brilliant minds with His Spirit, making righteous and honest choices in your studies, you are going to experience true life and peace.
I want to wrap up today's explainer with a powerful question for you to think about. How will your words honor God today? Whether you're writing a history essay, doing a science report, or honestly, even just talking to your family, remember that your words hold immense power. Use them truthfully, clearly, and respectfully. I am so incredibly proud of the hard work you put in, and I literally cannot wait to read the honest, amazing work you're going to produce in your very next assignment. Keep it up!